Okay, so welcome back to the final power rankings of the season. We have the last 7 teams to cover, and let me actually start by jumping to number 5, to Billy. So Billy made the playoffs, but I really don't think that he deserved that number 4 spot. He was ninth in scoring, um, and I mean his team's just so hit or miss. They did great this week, but some weeks they just flop. He's got some inconsistent players, some injury concerns. Um, And, I mean, he made the playoffs, so I had to move him up. I feel like 5 is the perfect spot for him. Um, but, on the other hand, that made 4 a really tough decision to make because I had to pick between Jay, Matt Vay, and Dave. And I feel like that was a really tough choice. I ended up going with Jay. He was third in total points. You can definitely quote some stats on why he should be lower, deserves to be lower. But there's definitely a lot of good things about Jay's team, about the things he did this year. You can support Jay being number 4 with a lot of different stats, and his team looks good. I feel like future performance is a factor here. His team definitely is going to compete over the next couple weeks for whatever different bowls or tournaments or things that he is in. I think he deserved it. You know, he had a good rookie season, and I'm glad we got him in the league at the last minute. That takes me to Matt Vay at 6 here. I think Matt Vay, it's a bit of a heartbreaker to miss the playoffs at 7-6, but you had your first winning season after 2 6-win seasons, getting so close. And yeah, I just think the team was too hard all season to kind of lock down like that anchor on your team. People you could know would produce each week. Um, and yeah, I just think I don't know what I'm curious to see what you think would happen if you had done something different at the trade deadline. I know you liked all your moves, but your recent performance was weak post trade deadline. Your record could be even worse if you hadn't had those wins by like 1 or 2 points right in a row. So I think you have to question kind of what happened there around the trade deadline. Like I said, I know Matt Vay likes those trades, but I'm just wondering if he's second guessing them. Maybe that's something I can look at into a little deeper. I don't really have an opinion on it because I haven't really looked at it yet. So yeah, moving on. Next is Dave, and he has flown under the radar for a second season. Last season, he had the most wins, I believe. Or no, he had 10 wins. I had 11. But Dave made the playoffs in his rookie season. And in this season, he comes out and gets the 4th most total points. Now, granted, there's a lot of things you could say about Dave's team that aren't that favorable. But I think sometimes Dave's team was lights out this year. He has some players that are just straight studs. And I think his team looks pretty good moving forward. He just slid slightly below Matt Vay just because of some performance things. Matt Vay has more wins. Dave was 1-6, just like me, I think. Or yeah, I think he was 1-6, just like me. I don't know, but yeah, I think there's some things to build on. He worked with the Joe Campbell team this season, so maybe if he gets to draft his own team again, he's going to do better. But I think he was head and shoulders above the final 3 in this grouping. So concerning Tony, I just want to say that I think we all abuse Tony and his fantasy football management or whatever pretty frequently. But Tony always has solid teams. I think what we're kind of laughing at or abusing him about is it would just take a little bit more work for them to be good. Over the years, he could have won multiple championships, including this season, if he had tended to his team a little better, I think. And I just really want to push for a Tony and Enco founding fathers super group next year. Hopefully, we can maybe have Tony's Tools or something, and I think that will work out great. So coming in at 9 is Nick Clark. I think he fits in pretty well in this spot. His team was just not a playoff team. They could have snuck in, but yeah, just another. He did better this year, but I don't know. You have to wonder how his team would have done if he didn't pick those 2 injured players at the draft. I think it would have been a better season overall for him. And finally is Bajam. There's nothing I really haven't said about him already, so just enjoy your off season in number 10.